Cara Delevingne and her two older sisters, Chloe and Poppy, grew up in a supportive household. Cara Delevingne and her two older sisters, Chloe and Poppy Delevingne, were destined for the spotlight. Cara and her sisters were raised in Belgravia, London by personal shopper Pandora Delevingne and property developer Charles Delevingne. Born in 1985, Chloe was Pandora's first and Charles' second child. She became an older sister less than 1 year later when Poppy was born, and again with the birth of Cara in 1992. Though Cara is several years younger than her sisters, their bond is unmistakable. "I saw my sisters as the epitome of the woman I wanted to be," Cara told the Sydney Morning Herald in 2022. "There is no doubt in my mind that my sisters would be my best friends even if we weren't related." While the Delevingne sisters said they enjoyed a fun childhood, their lives were impacted by Pandora's struggles with addiction and bipolar disorder. "Everyone has something they go through with their family," Cara shared with Harper's Bazaar UK in 2022. "My life, I feel, was very stressful because there was quite a lot of chaos, not being sure if people were okay or not. From growing up in a noble family to starting a Prosecco business together, here's everything to know about Cara Delevingne's sisters. Their family has noble ties. The Delevingne sisters' maternal grandmother, Jane Sheffield, was a lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret and married to publisher Sir Jocelyn Stevens, once the owner of the Harper's Bazaar precursor Queen magazine. Charles is the grandson of politician Homer Greenwood, 1st Viscount Greenwood. "I was aware that we were privileged growing up," Chloe told the Sydney Morning Herald in 2022, "but we never took it for granted." The sisters have been vocal about the love and support they were given by their parents throughout their adolescence. "We grew up in a beautiful house and were always outdoors and barefoot, climbing trees," Poppy told the Sydney Morning Herald. "We have two very funny, unconventional parents who taught us to be who we wanted to be." Chloe and Poppy are Irish twins. Chloe and Poppy's 11-month age gap makes them Irish twins, a term for biological siblings who are born less than 12 months apart. "My elder sister, Chloe, has always felt more like a twin," Poppy told the Sydney Morning Herald. "We got epic fallouts than epic makeups when we were teenagers." Because they were closer in age, Chloe and Poppy were naturally closer to each other than they were with Cara when they were children. "We get Cara involved, but I didn't spend much time with her growing up because of the age gap," Chloe added. "You don't have in-depth conversations with a 6-year-old when you're 14. Poppy dressed Cara up like a doll when they were younger. Before the sisters broke into the modeling industry, Poppy may have spearheaded Cara's interest in fashion. With their 6-year age difference at play, Poppy wasn't overly excited about the idea of having a little sister, though that shifted after she realized how much fun it was to have a younger sibling. "She was like a doll, my doll, really. I'd dress her up, cuddle her, and play with her," Poppy told the Sydney Morning Herald. "I fell head over heels in love with her." Cara's sisters supported her in navigating her queer identity. Cara publicly came out as pansexual in 2020 after previously being out as queer, and has since described her sexuality as a pendulum swinging, as she shared on the podcast Rain with Josh Smith in 2021. As the only openly queer sibling in her family, Cara said she sometimes felt lonely even as Chloe and Poppy tried their best to be there for their youngest sister. "Growing up as a queer child was isolating and hard to navigate at times," Cara told the Sydney Morning Herald. "My sisters did their best to be there for me, but it was something I had to go through myself to truly know who I was."